Interviewing Farshad Hosseini, who is the special representative of the Federation of Iranian Refugees. He's going to Japan, Tokyo, to actually lobby on behalf of Jamal Saberi to be released from detention. And he's we have him now on the phone. Welcome, Farshad.
Thank you very much.
Go ahead, Patty.
Farshad, tell us, first of all, you're going to Japan next week. To lobby the Japanese government, the UN representatives there for the release of Jamal. But tell us, first of all, you've got information about the Japanese Justice Ministry, why they've refused Jamal. Is that correct?
Yes, actually the reason that the Ministry of Justice announced regarding the rejection of the asylum application for Jamal is absolutely ridiculous, because they said that, for example, the party that Jamal Saberi were engaged with, the Worker Communist Party of Iran, is not a well-known activity, well-known political activist party in Iran, and so it's not important that you've been a member of the Worker Communist Party of Iran. And another reason is that if you say that you've been active with some trade union or of human rights organization in Japan, and that's not important too, because those organizations are very small organizations, and so it's not important. And another point is that Jamal's activities in Japan is not public in the mainstream media, and that's why it's not been very important activities. And also another thing is that the Iranian embassy and Iranian authorities, they are not interested to activities of the Jamal, and so if Jamal goes back to Iran, nothing is happening to him. That's the reasons of rejection for Jamal's asylum application.
Well, that's very interesting, because all the issues that the Japanese government have raised in relation to Jamal contradicts what everybody else is saying. First of all, everybody knows that a return of political opponents to the Islamic Republic regime is extremely dangerous. Most probably Jamal would face immediate execution and torture. I mean, that's and also this is not a very good to excuse it. According to their expert, Working Communist Party of Iran is not well known and is actually one of the best or political parties in Iran, that is best known in Iran. 24-hour TV into Iranian society, and he's been one of the main sort of forces that it's been active in for many years. It's very interesting. Can I just ask you, why have you chosen next Wednesday, 31st of March, as the International and Global Day in support of Jamal?
Yes, because 31st of March is the representative of the United Nations for Human Rights is going to go to Japan, and in this day they are going to public press conference regarding the current situation of the migrants, migrants, asylum seekers, and other illegals, and also the detention centers in the Japan, and they are going to criticize the Japanese policies regarding these issues. And so it's really important that the international community that are focusing in this situation, and that is a very important situation, and we just choose this day because in this day the issue of the for example asylum seekers, migrants and detention is in the mainstream of the international media, and so we try to make link with the Jamal situation as one of the symbol of this unhuman action that is which the Japanese government is doing with migrants and asylum seekers. And also, that's really important to know that the Japanese behavior with the Jamal Saberi is not just one, and they are actually going to deported 170,000 of the overstay people in Japan, which is most of them they are asylum seekers, some workers, migrants, and so on. And Jamal is one of them, and they are started to massive arresting of these overstay peoples, and they keeping the detention center in very bad situation. And some of them they starting to hunger strike, and one of them has been died, and that make the crisis in the human rights situation, and that's why the representative of United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, they are going to go there to review the situation and also to criticize the policies of the Japan and ask them to stop this anti-human behavior.
Farshad, when you are going to Japan, what are you going to do there? What are you hoping to accomplish?
Yeah, we are going to do lots of things. First of all, we try to get an appointment with the Ministry of Justice, the Human Rights Bureau of the Ministry of Justice, and also Human Rights Commission of the Parliament, and UNHCR is United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, and also we try to see the representative of United Nations for Human Rights, which from the Europe is now at the moment in Japan, and is going to make a press conference on 31st of March. And also we are going to try to contact with the trade union, human rights organization, Amnesty International, to organize a strange position and strange political campaign against for free Jamal, and also for the better of the situation, for better making the situation for refugee and asylum seekers in Japan.
Yeah, just to remind our viewers, we are speaking to Farshad Hosseini, special representative of the Iranian Federation of Refugees, that he's going to Japan to raise the plight of refugees, and in particular Jamal Saberi, one of the main political activists of the Islamic regime of Iran in Japan, who's been detained after 20 years of being in Japan and has been detained. The Japanese government is trying to send him back to Iran. Farshad, what's the position of the United Nations refugees in relation to this issue, or human rights organization and Amnesty in Japan? What's their response? And generally, what's the response of the Japanese people and organizations?
Yeah, it's very different because UNHCR, United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, because of the Japanese government, their ratification of the Geneva Convention. So the responsible for the refugees and accepting the refugees and procedures for the refugees is in hand of the Japanese government. They just giving the advice to the Japanese government, or sometimes they criticize the policies and ask them for the better situation you should to do this and so on. And so they're trying to not involving particularly in individual cases and also for the group cases.
Okay. Farshad Hosseini, thank you very much for your time. This is TV International. We've come to the end of this section of the program. We'll be keeping you updated in relation to Jamal Saberi's case. We'll continue in a moment with our discussion in relation to Obama's message and to people of Iran.